Hey guys, so for this week we are going to just review polygons and what those look like and kind of talk about some of the attributes or characteristics that make them what they are. So if you look here, you'll see that you're going to finish this slideshow later, but when you start, you have quadrilateral, a parallelogram, and a rhombus. So we want the attribute, so what words or what characteristics describe those, and then the drawing. So I think the drawing is probably easier for everybody. So let's look at this. We have this shape right here. And is that a quadrilateral, parallelogram, or a rhombus? It's a parallelogram. So I'm going to move that to the drawing section. And also, before I forget, I just want you to remember that your success criteria for this week is to remember and to be fluent and proficient in being able to classify shapes based on their attributes, whether they have parallel sides, perpendicular sides, what type of angles they have. All of those things are important. So that's what we're going to kind of refresh and assess this week. And then I have something fun planned for next week. Okay, so back on track. Sorry. Focus. Here is the next shape. Was that a quadrilateral or a rhombus? We know that as a rhombus, so I'm going to put that at the drawing. And then, of course, process of elimination, and because we all know it, that's a rectangle. And so we are going to put that as a quadrilateral. Now we need to go through and kind of fix these attributes and what those look like. So if it's a polygon, it has 4 sides and it has 4 angles. That could be all of them, right? But let's look at the others. This one says 2 pairs of parallel sides and 4 sides of equal length. So which of these have 4 sides of equal length? A rhombus. And then if you look here, you have 2 pairs of parallel sides and 2 pairs of sides of equal length. So what would that be? A parallelogram. And then a polygon with 4 sides and 4 angles is a quadrilateral. So that is something for you to remember. And then if we go here to slide number 2, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to say, well, is it a trapezoid, a rectangle, or a square? And which of these attributes go with that? If you go to slide number 3, you'll see if it's a quadrilateral versus a not quadrilateral. And you're just going to pick these up and move them to whichever one you think that they belong in. So remember, quadrilateral, if you go back up here, it's a polygon, 4 sides, 4 angles. So if it has 4 sides and 4 angles, you know that it's a quadrilateral. If it doesn't, then it is going to be, it's going to be not a quadrilateral. So just for an example, does this have 4 sides? Does this one have 4 sides? Has more than that, so that means it's not a quadrilateral. Does this one have 4 sides? Yes. Does it have 4 angles? Yes. So we know it is a quadrilateral. So you're going to do that for all of those. You're going to classify the shape as many ways as possible. So you can make an X, a copy of this. So you'll just click it and hit Control C and then hit Control V. Or you can just right click and say copy and paste, whichever way, and then you can move that. So if you think that it's a parallelogram, then you can copy it again because you're going to have more than one. So if you think it's all 4, you can just continue to put X's in the box of those that are accurate and correct. So you're going to do that for slide 4 and 5. When you get down, 5 and 6, sorry. On slide 7, you're going to do pretty much the same thing. It says place an X next to the shape that always contains at least one pair of perpendicular lines. So if all of these always contain one pair of parallel perpendicular lines, you're going to do that for that one. You're going to sort these into 2 categories. Is it a trapezoid or is it a square? Or it may not be either. So like it says right here where it says note up at the top, it says 2 cards will be left over. Same here. You're going to do for rhombi and rectangles. So, rhombi is the same as rhombus. It's just the plural form. And then you'll follow the instructions on these, and then that's the one that we've already done. So our goal today is to really be looking at those shapes and what makes them those shapes. If I have a rectangle, what classifies it as a rectangle? If I have a triangle, what classifies it as a triangle? What do those look like? What type of lines, what type of angles are involved? So I want you to finish today reviewing these and then going through and finishing these slides. If you have any questions, let us know. Have a great Tuesday.